Is that too loud?
Nah.
That's good.
Cool. What up, people? So today is episode 2, and we're gonna spend some time doing some reflection of our road trip, anything that came up for us that stood out, and then we're gonna dive into diagnosing this 2009 Yamaha R1 that we picked up for our next rental project. So super excited to get into this portion of things because this one's near and dear to my soul. I spent a lot of time going back and forth with a lot of different bikes that I wanted to have as the next toy, and through tons of Facebook Marketplace videos and a ton of different classifieds, and Mike doing his research on every bike he could find and sending me tons of links. I said to him, dude, I want to get an 09 R1 body style. I really love the body of these. Initially, we were looking at a 2011. The guy was really communicative, and I thought that was going to be the one. But I held on to my idea, held on to my visual of it, and we got it. So this is exciting. We got back yesterday. It was a long day. I mean, the trip itself, how would you say the trip went overall?
Super long.
Super long.
It was long, wasn't bad.
Yeah.
It's always tedious that last half when you're home and you're close to home.
Like, you know? You're in the state. We get to the state of Florida and there's still like 4 hours left.
Oh, 8 hours. From the sinuses, welcome to Florida. It's 8 hours to my house anyway. You're a little closer. You're only an hour difference.
Yeah.
An hour ain't nothing on that road trip.
No.
Reflections. How about the old man that almost killed us?
Listen, so people don't understand how important it is to follow at a safe driving distance. Many times on the highway, people are driving super, super fast, and they're not paying attention to the speed of what's happening in front of them. Do we want to get this on stands?
Okay.
And they're not paying attention to the speed of what's happening in front of them. And let me tell you, this guy literally ran into us almost. Can I tilt this up? I'll just move this back. Now we're good.
Yeah, you can move it. So we were driving, stop and go traffic, came up on a lot of traffic. Naturally, we have the bike hanging on the back of the truck. We'll show you all that when we go over the actual R1 intro video and you get to see the bike up close and personal. So as we're coming to stop, everybody abruptly stopped. I won't lie, caught me off guard. I was like, oh man. So, I had to hit the brakes harder than normal. Nothing serious. We had plenty of space.
Yep.
Nobody was endangered on our end. I look in the mirror and there's this old man in like a Ford Escape or an Edge. And he's coming up on me quick. So I'm like, damn. So as I look to my right, there's an old timer and a pickup truck next to me, man. And when I tell you he gave me enough room, he was able to give me enough room just to get over into his lane enough.
Thanks.
To move over and avoid that.
Craziness.
That was a blessing that guy was observant of what was his surroundings.
Where he was.
And he was able to give me enough space to move and dodge that. Because that could have been crazy. It would have.
On this side real quick. I feel like we're just on the edge of the peg. I just want to see if we can lift it and just come back this way and see where we are. Yeah, that's good.
That would have took out the R1, my truck. When the guy actually stopped, because he had a Dodge Cone, so he had to stay close to me or he would have hit a cone head on. I mean, the room wasn't there.
Crazy.
And when he stopped, he was next to the truck.
He was next to the truck. So imagine, the bike is the truck. This is the shoulder. He stops here on us. So he would have been through the motorcycle, the bed of the truck. I mean,
what can they see?
Mangled.
What are they looking at?
Everybody's pretty much seeing what we're doing, but not in a ton of detail.
This right here.
They just see basically this.
Curious about hand signals when I'm pointing or talking.
We can bring it closer when we want to.
Oh no, that's fine. So everything from this side of the bike.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure if I'm pointing,
yeah,
people ain't like, what the hell is he pointing at?
I think for me, the biggest overall reflection from the ride is just understanding how to have quality humans in your life. You're one of the greatest people I've
Oh,
ever
bro.
known. Seriously?
That made the trip worth it, your company, bro.
Yeah.
People are like, I don't know how you do it. And I always tell everybody, it's not the trip, it's who you're with.
It's crazy. I said it in the last video, we've known each other basically our whole lives, and we could still go on a 17, 18 hour drive and still have stuff to talk about and reflect on life and all the other things. I don't think we need both, do we?
No, we'll be all right. Just the rear just holding it up for us.
Yeah. So what we're doing initially with this thing is we are going to diagnose battery.
General inspection.
We're going to generally inspect the whole bike.
See what this thing's doing.
The story behind this bike is the person who had it before blew the first motor. The person that had it before blew the first motor, and basically they put another motor in there. They put a 2010 motor into a 2009 body. The original motor had so-called some head work done to it and a tune utilizing a Power Commander 5 and the auto tuner. So when he puts this new motor in, it had lower miles, I guess around 5,000 miles. He puts the newer motor in, he never got it to start. Never got it to start. So what we're gonna do is first diagnose everything that we can diagnose. We checked a lot of our connections, a lot of our cables. Overall, by checking all the connections and cables, we did find some cables and connectors that are not properly connected, so we're gonna redo those. But the bike has its own diagnostic feature. So we're actually gonna go through the diagnostic feature. There's 30 different self-diagnosing, I guess what we call them categories that the bike is gonna go through. So we're gonna let it cycle through each one of those.
It cycles through multiple systems and checks the individual sensors.
So we're gonna cycle through each one of those and then go from there. This is our second episode, so camera-wise, we'll get better with cameras and stuff like that. There's gonna be times where I'll be in Clearwater, he'll be here. So we'll be doing some remote videos, but for the most part, we'll get this thing going. I think back to the reflection, what I was saying is like, just having good quality humans that you can rely on, honestly. This guy's been here for me through everything, honestly. And I've got a hell of a story, let me share.
What you about to tell them?
I'm not gonna tell that story yet. But yeah, just a lot. So always good to have good quality people that you can rely on and you can call and say, hey, I need to take an 18-hour drive, empty a storage unit, pick up a motorcycle, and pick up a transmission from a JDM spot so we can put a trans in my other car.
That's a whole nother episode.
That's a whole other episode too, so we'll talk to you about
We're not gonna mention the vehicles.
And all that story. But yeah, so we've got a pile of helmets over here to the left that we've acquired. We've got extra jackets and gear, so we're really trying to put ourselves in a position where we have about, I guess, 4 or 5 bikes initially, and we can get them rented. And if they do well, great. If they don't, we love motorcycles so much that we're perfectly fine having a bunch of our own motorcycles to just hop on and play with whenever we see fit. So it's good for us either way, man. We can't tell the wife that, but
Well, she watches the show.
you'll know now. Sadi Jill, it is my influence. I am a bad one on him.
I don't know if you're a bad influence on me or I'm a bad influence on
I think
you.
it's a little bit of both.
I think it goes both
I
ways.
think it's a little bit of both, honestly. Honestly.
I think the older we get, I don't think we actually grow up. We just have more money to spend.
We have more money to blow, more crazy decisions to make. I'll take you guys on a quick little walk around the R1 so you can kind of get a closer look. So this is the 09. We do have some fairings. We'll probably be doing paint work on it as well. But as you can see here, we've come across some connectors that are not properly connected. We've got things that just are not even in an actual connection to anything. So we're gonna go through these, make sure everything that's supposed to be wired up, at least from a starting standpoint, is wired up. Really nice dual Yoshimura, which I love this view right here. It's just pure perfection. Dual exhaust, always nice. Got our tester on there. And the beautiful thing is we do have electric. We've got power, key on. So we're gonna go through we always have MotoGP videos playing in the background when we're watching stuff. So you'll probably hear that playing.
Not to mention
not to mention. So I'm the head coach and trader for the Vector Trader Collective. Mike is one of our high-level students in the game, and he's always on the charts. So we always have some unique things happening over here. And throughout the throughout this whole entire series, you'll hear more about his world of mechanics, cars, which
Civic's not even here.
Civic's not even here, but there's a bumper over there. I don't know if you can see it or not, but his Civic that he's built. And then also
The house is getting flooring. That's what this big
house is getting flooring,
pile of
so.
stuff is. This is my flooring.
But I've spent years working on cars and motorcycles. Nowhere near the same educational structure as Mike, because he actually went to school for it, but I grew up with it. My dad's a mechanic. Grew up working in the shop with him, and then no.
I got solder on this, so you just gotta strip it. I'm just doing a quick connection on this.
Yeah, because
I wanna just make a clean connection.
Yeah. We need to get the hook up on the screen too.
It's pulled up. It's on the left up.
Figure out what that is. Where the wires go to. Which, honestly, most of it looks like it all goes into the electronic unit here. Yeah, the light controls. Most of that was headlight stuff, because I remember when I had to rewire the 03 that I had.
Yeah.
And I had to splice in wires to get the lights to actually work, because for some reason they weren't working anymore. And typically, they burn out at the connector there. Yeah, like this doesn't make sense to me either. This whole area over here. We have all these cut wires. 3 cut wires over here, all to me go to.
Well, there's 3 cut wires here too. There's a black, blue with a red tracer, or black and a greenish.
This is just black.
You look at your other side right here.
Oh yeah, this one's
I
black with
believe.
green and brown.
Yeah, these are my 3 loose. I believe these are the turn signals going to side fairings. And I believe this is some aftermarket turn signal they had installed. And I believe these wires are the OEM wires.
Yep.
And this probably integrates in with something in the front, yeah.
Which is that blue and red one?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got the same stuff over there.
All right, cool.
I'm actually just gonna snip that so it's not an open lead. Yeah, all of them.
None of these are open leads except for this here. Just gonna cut it there.
We'll work with it later. Ready for fans. So basically what I'm doing, guys, is there is one loose wire here. I am just making a quick connection just for test
I'll
purposes.
give you guys a closer look. So you can see
my main goal at this particular moment right now is to be able just to crank the bike over. We did have the computer out. We didn't want to get wet during travel.
So this connection right here is the one that he's actually working on.
We're just connecting these 2 leads.
Yep.
And then just for test purposes.
Sorry about that. I cut the video, but we'll get back. Merci beaucoup. Have stands to just at my place. I didn't bring them. I didn't expect us to be doing it today.
I will be soldering all these connections together, heat shrink wrapping them so they're weather resistant. Everything that you saw in the previous picture that's got all these little bug connectors. I can't stand bug connectors. When I do use bug connectors, I buy the ones that have solder and heat shrink integrated into them. They do cost a little bit more money, but it's very well spent when you don't have to chase down a bad electrical connection.
Totally.
Do the job one. The job
Yeah, they say measure twice, cut once. Yeah, so our goal with this is to, we have this calendar, you see behind Mike, this one's already listed, renting. So the goal is to get this one here situated as well. And then eventually like a couple of strikers. They just rent extremely well. But because we're sport bike fans, we're obviously also
got cruise control, and heated handlebars, and everything else. So that's temporarily repaired. Let's go for startup.
So we're gonna go in for a startup.
We allow the fail. We need the malfunction to trigger the problem. And then we'll go in and for the test. So we're trying another thing start, which also let the audience see
What the problem is with everything. So it never started, it always just gets pops and bangs, is what the guy always keeps saying to us. Smells crazy. So what I'm thinking is timing. That's what I'm thinking. Definitely having a timing issue. Yeah, I'm totally thinking timing issue.
So my thoughts on the timing would be that the guy did not either prime the engine correctly during install from sitting,
Yep.
or there maybe didn't have enough oil in it, or 'cause he said it never started.
Never
So. So the diag procedure is to hold these two simultaneously.
We can show. So obviously, you know, we don't know everything, right? So we had to go do our research to figure out how to do this, and this is what we found.
Actually, let me go. Environment in a way.
Totally.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna simultaneously hold these two buttons. We're gonna do a key on so the lights turn on. Over here, we're looking for it to say diag, and then we're going to release the buttons, reapply them simultaneously, and wait, and it should go into diagnostic mode.
Right. Where it's
Now,
gonna ask
this-
us to do certain things.
This is like an oil life reset on your car. This stuff never works right. You watch videos, everybody does it. After you do it like 5 or 6 times, it works. Let's see how we do it on the first try. Press. Key on. Holding. We're looking for the temperature to change. Release. Hold. All right, let's try it again. go.
Diag.
Yep. Reapply. All right. So that looks like we have a code right there. D101. Let me go with the paper.
D101 is the code.
I don't know. I'm not 1,000% sure what the codes are. Naturally, I do cars, so the code scenario is gonna be a little bit different for this particular case. We're just gonna kind of work with it.
Yep.
But I'm gonna.
There's the SI bumpers peeking out his face, and then there's the other view we have right there. That's gonna be that long-term RADA.
This is the throttle, D101 to TPMS sensor.
Okay.
So it looks like it's working.
Yep, it's opening and closing.
Now,
So we got throttle.
once this goes D70.
You don't know where your phone is.
I have no
You
idea.
don't
It's
know
right here.
that. You don't know that.
It's behind you.
You don't know
And that'd ruin your childhood.
that. Helicopter, helicopter. There's a really, really bad thing online with Kermit the Frog.
It's
It's
hilarious.
super fun to do.
All right, Litecoin's up. Doge is at 31 cents. Nice.
I want to close this and description. Alright, there you go.
Done already?
D1 is throttle position sensor.
And it
Completely
should-
closed, indicators 12 to 21.
All right, ours is 18.
12 to 21. Fully open indicators 96 to 106.
Okay, yeah, we're good with that.
D2 atmospheric pressure in percent. Excuse me. Coolant temperature, speed sensor readings. So this is everything we need. Let's just start at D1 and work our way through. Ready to do it again?
Yep. You want to scoot that to the TV?
Yep. I thought you wanted to have your race on.
I do, but it's okay.
I know. I was like, I thought the point of this was for us to have it.
I do, but now we can read. Oh, you brought the whole window over.
Is that what you want?
Yeah, that's okay.
I can bring the other one.
No, I just want to be able to access the trading view. Going back in diagnostic procedure, guys. It says Diag, holding it again. We're in D101. All right, specs on the throttle. We're currently sitting at closed throttle, 18.
Indicators 12 to 21.
12 to 21, that's in spec, wide open.
96
101.
106, 101.
Perfect, right
We're in
in spec.
spec.
All right, so let's go to D2. D102 is atmospheric pressure and percentage.
So atmospheric pressure.
101, we have no way of checking that. So.
Yeah. So just write it down here. We can go back and look at that.
All right, so D
Atmospheric. Yep.
02 is 101.
03 is atmospheric, absolute atmospheric in the intake circuit.
That's 101 also.
Okay.
Okay. Next.
5.
Yep.
Air temperature in intake circuit.
Negative 22.
Okay. It's probably Celsius.
I don't know.
I don't know.
We'll go back and
Yep.
go through it.
Coolant
D06,
temperature.
06,
Yep.
79.
Okay. Sounds about right. It's
Yeah, that's
pretty
about
warm.
what it is outside.
Speed sensor readings. D7.
Zero, naturally it's not moving.
Yep. Which we could
Spin the back tire?
Spin the tire.
Maybe, yeah.
See if
Is
it
the
reads
chain
it.
not in the way? No.
It needs a chain to spin to sense
Yeah.
speed.
Okay,
so
not a big deal.
Look at the chain on there.
08.
08. Drop sensor, drop position sensor. So it should be
1 to
normal.
1.
Should be, yep.
That in spec?
Yep. 0.04 to 1.4. So
Okay.
we're good.
09.
Vehicle voltage.
11.4.
So this is saying voltage is low,
Yeah.
and you've got that on.
No, it's not on right now.
Oh, okay.
All right. D13.
Throttle position sensor.
So it's sitting at 17.
17.
And then,
Which
101.
sensor completely closed.
yep.
Indicator 9 to
It's
23.
Still in.
So it's in spec.
Yep.
14 throttle position sensor completely closed. Indicator 12 to 22.
It's out of spec. We're at 17.
Okay. That's number 14.
Yeah.
All right. Fully open indicator 97. So this should be fully open.
100.
Yep. 97 to 107.
Okay. Alright.
D15 is throttle position sensor completely closed, indicator 10 to 24.
10 to 24.
Yep.
Okay. 16.
Yep, we're in spec.
Open.
What number is that? 20?
15.
Oh, 15. Indicator open should be 95 to 109.
All right, we're in spec.
All right.
20.
Position sensor side steps.
Says on.
Okay. Gearbox position sensor neutral.
On. Yep. We're in neutral.
Yep.
Do you want to move it out and put it in gear real quick? See if
Go for it. See if it changes.
off.
Yep. So that's reading.
Yep.
Yep.
Neutral safety switch works.
EEPROM 60 system error sheet 00 no
I'm on
errors.
30.
30.
Yeah.
I don't have a 30. Give me a second. Let me see.
Yep. There you go.
There we go.
And this
Ignition
is
coil
1.
cylinder 1.
It says 0.
00. Diagnosis of coil 2.
Yep. 0.
3.
32. 0.
33 is cylinder 4.
Everything's 0,
It should be
0.
00.
All right. So that's what numbers? That's 31
30
through 34.
to 34, yeah.
31 through 34. 0.
36 is going to be.
I'm on 34.
34 is intake valve diagnosis.
0 right now.
00. So we have to look that up to see.
34 question mark. All right.
Why you got 31 to 34?
That should be 33.
Yeah.
All
34
right.
is intake.
36.
Are you writing that it's intake so we know what we're looking at, or you just want to re-reference it?
What are we referencing?
Okay. 36 is injector 1.
All right. 0. Injector 2 is 37. Injector 3 is 38. Injector 4 is 39.
Yep.
They're all 0.
Okay. Diagnosis of secondary injector nozzle 1, 40.
40. Good. Good.
Okay.
42. Good.
Yep.
43. Good.
Yep. 47 is a steering damper sensor.
47. And that's no bueno.
We're not getting anything.
47.
From that. 47.
No
not
reading.
reading anything. I
All
don't
right.
see any electronics on it either, though.
It might not be equipped with it, maybe?
Yeah.
Different model year?
Intake valve sensor diagnosis 48.
Intake valve, 48.
Yeah.
48, 0.
We need to figure out what's the procedure for that because we're obviously missing something. Fuel pump relay 50, which we know the fuel pump relay
Yeah, it
works.
works. 51.
51. 51 is diagnosis of cooling fan motor relay. Which we don't know if they work. We have to get the bike running. Diagnosis of headlamp relay.
What's 61.
Huh? 61.
Yeah.
We're at 61.
Yeah. I was reading them as I was clicking.
Error sheet of ignition module for sensors 00. There are no errors in memory. 11 to 70. Error for codes. Error codes for components. If there's more than one error in the memory, they're going to display alternately.
Okay, well, it's flickering. That's why I stopped and asked.
So it's giving us
12, 23.
23,
I'll write them down.
Yep.
So 12,
12, 23, 50.
23, 50, 60. Yeah, okay.
All right, cool.
So what's the next one down after 60?
62 is the number of errors in the memory module is going to
Okay.
be 00, no errors.
It's gonna
XX, the number of errors. Erasing errors is done by turning on the stop engine button, which we don't want to erase them.
5.
So,
It's got a 5.
okay.
What's that mean? There's 5 errors.
The number of errors.
Which
yeah,
matches.
Dash dash is the number of
yeah,
errors. So that's matching.
63, 00.
63 subcategory of error code only for error 24. If there is more than one value in memory, then the value is displayed alternately.
Okay.
You got
70.
it? Let's see where 70 is.
It's a 0.
E70. Display code of running program. Decoding the indicator of D60 line. Violations found in operation of these sensors by self-diagnostics. So this is basically going to tell us 0 to 255, which would be the codes. Which were the codes on line 60 were found.
Okay. It said 0. So.
Okay.
All right. So
That's
turn
good.
this off. Let's look these 4 codes up.
Codes are right here. What you got?
12, 23, 50, and
12,
60.
no signal from crankshaft position sensor.
12, no signal, crank. Okay.
What's the next?
23.
23. Malfunction of absolute pressure sensor.
Okay.
50. Engine control unit error.
Well, yeah, we had it unplugged. PCM error. Okay.
And then what's
60.
that? 60. I don't have 51, 60. I don't have a 60. Let me find out what 60 is. When the ignition switch is on, the red immobilizer indicator
Throttle
on the dashboard.
servo circuit detected. Throttle servo. That could be from us having it unplugged.
There you go.
What's it say?
When the ignition switch is on, the red immobilizer indicator on the dashboard lights up by blinking. If you determine malfunction, from the beginning it blinks slowly 5 times. This is equal to the first digit of the code. Anything blinking?
Mm-mm.
No. So we're getting. So it's reading. That means it's
an old
reading
code.
the chip key.
That means it's an old code from us messing with it, unplugging. So that's probably what the servo code is too.
Okay.
I'm thinking our
Yeah, 'cause
problem
we
is
uncovered it.
100% crank signal.
Crank signal. So we
1000%.
need to find a
So
crank
either
sensor.
timing's off or the crank sensor's messed up.
Right.
So look up crank sensor test procedures.
Alright.
I know where it's at.
Okay.
So I'm gonna see what I need to open take the cover off to access it so we can check
Okay.
it.
Alright, crank sensor, gear speed, electrical components, clutch, ignition, battery, steering dampener. This is what we're looking at here, so you can see. Diag wise, I'm looking for the procedure to test the crankshaft sensor. Throttle position sensor. And we don't have a throttle code, we just have that crank. Absolute pressure, PCM error. Eyeball it. It's perfect. Are we pulling this whole tank off this time? Or no?
Oh, we don't have to.
All right. Well, we need something to anchor it up.
I'll give you a bunch of cord.
You better get that cord now, bro. In fact, you should have already had it. You're so good. You should have already had the cord.
That's right there.
What? Yo, man, I don't need no more attitude from you, all right? I think I've had enough.
Too much time driving around.
20 hours with you of attitude. I'm done. Party it up. Put it right here or no? That's too. Whoa, slugger. It's gonna pull it awkwardly. Ooh, you're smart. SMART, buddy. So we gotta pull this whole fucking thing off again?
Hold on, yeah. I mean, let's see. It sits right there. Let's see if we can. The plug might be accessible. But we really need to get to the plug and test it. We don't really need to get to the sensor till we're replacing
How would
it.
the crankshaft position sensor be on top of the head? And not
Well, it's not rated. It's just rated engine rotation. They can call it a crank sensor all they want.
Oh, so it's not actually. I mean, that didn't look like when we looked at the picture.
I mean, double check.
I mean, I don't know. What you found the one for that year, right?
It says when I Google like crank sensor connector for Yamaha 0912 is located behind the number 4 injector. Dun, 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 dun. We have a black with a white, a pink, and an orange with a red. So that might not be right, but it looks right. Like where it's at.
Yeah.
What's he called? That's the one I'm thinking right down there. Right down here. Look where it's at. If you look at the engine, the crank set's lower than that though. But it's set by injector number 4. It ain't gonna be in the airbox injector. Let it be behind. There's that one sensor on the front of the head. Here. See, this one's white with a light. We have a blue and a black. What were our colors again? White with a light, red and a black, and a green. Yeah, bro. Listen, little spider guy, keep growing on me. I still gotta find a connector. It's already shook the fuck out, so me, at this point, I would say get it off, add more hardware with.
Try this out.
We're gonna have to replace basically everything. Yeah, that's nice. Try that again. You know what I mean? And all this, all that shit, yeah, that's just like garbage. Folks, I hate when people. Go by him. There's more sockets in that toolbox, bro.
I just need a ratchet. POS, man. Why is this starter Did I break it?
The rubber spinning inside the yeah, so the square's broken as the give me a flag. Give me a couple round stage places.
I'm just gonna try to pop it up out of rubber and we'll get a new reservoir and try to salvage the plastic. Let's save the tank. Well, we don't want the tank to leak when we're trying to do tests. Get them out. What do you want? The tank's cold already. Alright. So this right here, can you see that wire up in there? Know what you're reading? Can you see the connector? I'm trying to find a good connector. Goes over there.
Goes right into the ECU. It goes right into that computer over there. Right here. It's not here. This is a record button.
That might not be.
That's not a bank sensor. It should be not going into rectifier. That's the sensor that's going into the stator. That's the stator over there. Alright, so let's check this one here. Episode early. CB out, Mike. Peace.